Hello, crafters, and welcome to Picture to Page Winter Online Craft Show, brought to you by from Picture to Page Papercrafts shows, where we nurture your creativity with in-person and online events. I'm Jenny, and I'm so happy to be your host for this session. The Winter Online Craft Show includes lots of fantastic demonstrations by our talented crafters and retailers. For all the details, as well as sneak peeks of demonstrations, head over to the Picture to Page website from picturetopage.com.au. While you're there, you can get up to date with our upcoming in-person shows and join our mailing list so you'll be the very first to get all the Picture to Page news, along with some very special features that are only on offer to our mailing list. Now, whether you are watching us live or catching us on the replay, say hello in the comments and ask any questions you may have. We will do our best to ask the crafter these questions during the session, and they will definitely pop back into the comments after the session is finished and answer any questions that we didn't get to. So now I'm very excited to introduce you to Alison from Craftery with Alison. Hi, Alison. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic today. It's nice and sunny here in Waverley.
Yes, it's beautiful and sunny here in Montmorency as well, so we have some sunshine.
Yeah, it's so nice. And Alison, can you tell us a bit? You've now swapped from Kazaz to Close to My Heart, and you
Yes,
enjoying that?
I am. I think the hardest thing for me at the moment is I've been in the middle of some renovations, which means I haven't had a craft room for a little while. So that's been a little bit trickier because I haven't been able to craft as much as what I probably would have in the past. So, but we'll get there.
Oh, that's
Hopefully soon.
fantastic. Fingers crossed, yes. So, so, what are you going to show us today?
I'm going to show you some brand new products and some fancy papers that we can blend on. So if you've been crafting for a long time, you will have seen some of these style of papers probably about 5 to 10 years ago, but they're back and they're so much fun, particularly with all of the new different inks and mediums and things that we have available to us now that we didn't have 5 or 10 years ago. So it's very exciting.
Fantastic. So why not we get in, go? Well, sorry, why don't we get into it? So I'll let you change your camera over, and we'll be back in a minute. Oh, so while Alison's changing her camera, we just this will be interesting to see. I think they're called resist papers. I'm not sure what they are, so we will have to wait and see what Alison's got for us. Okay, she's just getting ready, just waiting for the camera. And okay, I think she's just about ready. Okay, all right, I'm just going to swap over to the demo. Okay, off you go, Alison.
So, for those that haven't seen the brand new core catalogue from Close to My Heart, this is it. So, this came out at the start of the month. I needed to remember where we're up to. Start of August, so 19 days ago. And it's got some beautiful new papers, stamps, and other bits and pieces in it. And as Jenny said, I'm using the Irresistible cardstock today. So it comes in a few different mediums. You've got the 6 sheets of the cardstock that you can colour, and you've also got alphabets as well. So you can create your own titles to match whatever it is that you're doing by colouring it in and having that resist pattern on there as well. So very exciting, but that's what I'm going to be using today. I'll give you a very quick, not that quick, flick through. You do have the brand new Getting Started kits at the very beginning. You've got the Craft with Heart subscription. I'm going to be working on mine later today. Some the Make It from Heart, and then a couple of collections. Celebrating You.
Alison, sorry to interrupt you. We've got someone saying, can you turn up your sound, please? I'm not sure if you can do that. Maybe, Kerry, you might have to do it from your own end.
hopefully that helps. Does that help?
You're
Hopefully
coming
it
through
does.
to me. It's just one of the. Just keep going. We'll be fine.
Somebody else, yeah. I'll turn on my teacher voice and I'll talk a little bit louder if I need to. You've got flower shop in here. Just flick through. And then you've got this beautiful 4 seasons range. So you have spring, summer, autumn, winter as well. So no matter the time of year, there is a range for you in there. And then, as I said, I'm going to use the irresistibles today as well. So there's lots in here, lots of embellishments, markers, shimmer brushes, which you could also use to colour these, inks and tools and different bits and pieces at the back as well. So lots in the catalogue, and if you would like one, let me know.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to use, I've already pre-cut. I thought that might be a little bit easier. I've cut some strips. At the moment, you can't really see the patterns on there. I've been trying to photograph them.
You can see them a little bit when the camera catches them, just the sheen.
Yeah.
So they look good.
I've been trying to take nice photos all week, and it's like, nah, this just isn't going to work. So I'm going to use, for those that haven't tried these before, my husband saw them earlier and he said, "Ooh, toothbrushes for craft." But I've got some blending brushes here, and they're the soft, beautiful fibres that you can that you get. I've got my ink pad ready to go, so I'm going to start with Seabrook. I'm going to rub the blending brush on, and you'll kind of see my pointer finger on here. That just helps me get some helps me control it. I'll speak.
It's like magic.
And it is, isn't it? It is beautiful. So you've got the resist happening, and you can put as much colour or as little colour onto it as you like. So you can blend quite dark, as I'm doing in some areas. Others I have done a little bit lighter. So I just enjoy doing this type of thing. Unfortunately, at the moment, as I said at the start, because we are getting some work done in my craft room, I packed up a little while ago all of my photos, thinking that the work was going to be done a lot sooner than what it has happened. So I will be scrapbooking today, but you won't see a finished page because I actually don't have any photos printed at the moment. So we'll get there. I'm going to get all these pages, and I'll move and end up going, yes, I can actually scrapbook and put everything down and all the rest of it. So that's my first one, just using Seabrook.
Fantastic. You can make it to match your project, can't you? So that's the beauty of those papers.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I know what photos I have sitting there, so I know that I've got some nice beachy photos and outdoors photos and things like that. So hence why I've picked the blues and greens today.
Maybe talk up a little bit, Alison. They're still finding it hard to hear.
Hard to hear, yeah. I'll do this as well and hope that helps a little bit.
Might have to shout.
So, yeah, I can do that. There's nobody else home at the moment. I'll just shout. So I'm using, this colour is Harbour. So it's that beautiful blue. And you'll see on this one, I have really done that shading. So some are darker than others. As you can see down that end, that is much darker than the other end.
Yep.
So, and I do like that shading option as well. So
I can see. Yes, you need to speak up, I think. So. Yep.
Got it.
That's
it.
better. You're hitting my butt. You're hitting the right side.
So I'm just going to very quickly do this one while I've got the harbour out. So I've only picked 3 colours today. You could do 5 or 6 or 7, a different colour. You could blend your colours as you're going down. But I thought for the interests of time, and because I want it to coordinate a little bit more, I would only do the 3. And look, in some respects it doesn't help that I don't know what photos, but that's okay. I have an idea, So for those that want to ask the question, well, how do you scrapbook without knowing what photos it is that you are going to use? I do have an idea as to what photos I want to use with it, but unfortunately, they're not here right now. So,
Okay, Alison, we've got a question from Lorraine. What are the papers called again, please?
they are the Irresistibles. So it's coordinating cardstock, and they're the Irresistibles. So they're on page 66 of the new catalogue. And what I will do is I will post a link to them in my web store.
In the comments.
Stream, in the comments, yeah.
Great, thank you.
So, but they are beautiful. They are. And I'm getting finger marks on this one, so that they're the little splodges that you can see. I'm not... So that's pine as well.
Very nice.
Actually quite nice. And that one is my favourite. It's got the flowers on it, and I think that it would be absolutely beautiful with different photos, outdoors, spring, whatever it might be. I think it would be absolutely beautiful. So hopefully you can see as the flowers are starting to appear how they are looking. So again, I'm using the Seabrook ink. So I'm just going back to the first one that I used. And then if I can, because it is such a light colour, I do need to keep putting a blending brush. I know people will ask, do I need a different blending brush for each colour? No. I am using one for each of the different ones today, but you can actually use them for colour families. But if I was to use them with my oxide inks, for example, I would use a different brush because they are a different type of ink.
Okay,
So.
yep. It makes sense. So do you find them easier than the other blending brushes, blending foams?
I do, yes. And what I find with these as well is using them through a stencil is absolutely amazing. So I recently used them through a stencil, and it got into all of the little nooks and crannies of those stencils because of the type of brush it is. It can get into all those different spots.
Yep.
So that's really quite nice. So they're the blending brushes. They are absolutely beautiful, and I'm very excited to have some of those now in my craft room. Okay, I'm going to pull out a piece of just plain white cardstock.
Just a little bit louder if you can.
Yep, sorry. I stopped shouting because I've got headphones in. I can't actually
You can't hear yourself
at times. So I'll keep shouting. So all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to layer them up, but I want to make sure that the different patterns match each other. And I'm actually going to cover up a little bit of that one because of where it is. So for me, and I'll stick it down in a second, for me as a very basic page, that really works. I have enough in there to embellish. If I was putting some photos, odds are I'm going to have a photo about here.
Yep.
And then put a few embellishments around that and have that embellishment cluster there. You could, if you really wanted to, you could use one of these irresistible cardstocks as your base cardstock. Use some of the shimmer sprays, spray it, and create your background that way. You could, I was thinking earlier today, maybe I could actually cut this up and use it as card fronts and then do some really cute little characters on them as well. So look out, because this afternoon on my Facebook page, I might get to that today. We'll see how we go. But you could do a whole host of different bits and pieces with it. I'm going to stick this down because one of my other thoughts, and I have a feeling that it was the lovely Jenni, who's our host today, that actually shared one of these ideas with me, and that is that you can do the exact same like this, but I can just move it around on my page. I can move the cardstock, and then you have a whole different look on your layout. So, just going to do this very lightly.
Yep. Get a little bit louder again.
Yep. I'm sorry.
I know, it's very hard.
And and the funny thing is, everybody will tell you I have a very loud voice, and yet right now I'm really struggling. So that's a good problem to have, I think. One of the things too that I am offering to anybody that places an order over... Hold on, I'll start that sentence again. Anybody that places an order with me over the next week, so finishing next Saturday, if you join the Winter Online Craft Show gathering on my web store, for every $20 that you order, you will go into the draw to win a set of the irresistible cardstock, some blending brushes, and even some inks. So that's a little
that's
competition
very generous.
I will be having. So I like to share the love. So hold on. One more. I use a lot of tape. That's just how I roll. I tear it off, use a lot. That's just what I do. Those that have seen me craft before. So that's my base page. Maybe if I can get that last one straight.
Beautiful.
So I can turn this around. I can have it this way. I could do this. I can go this way and have my photo or something down here. Or I can have it this way. I can embellish over the bits that I'm not happy with my blending. So there. I could put my photos there. I could do whatever. I could actually keep going with different strips. So that's completely personal preference and up to you as to how you would use these different cuts, so on and so forth. But they're a lot of fun to play with.
A bit louder.
I don't think sorry, they're a lot of fun to play with, and I think that, you know, for a lot of us as crafters, we go into it going, I don't know what I want to do or whatever else. Playing with cardstock like this and blending it and doing all of that is a lot of fun. So I can't recommend it enough to people to play with your inks, play with the tools that you have to create a background. That's part of the fun of crafting.
Definitely.
That's the lovely bit there. While I've got this camera on, and Jenny will tell me when
You
I
could
need
even
to stop
use
talking.
you could even like blend them and then fussy cut or die cut some flowers and things.
Oh, the other thought that I had earlier today, again, because I'd already designed it, worked out what I was doing, prepped it all, but then have kept changing my mind, as I do. You could even cut flags in the bottom of each of these, and so that you end up with the different style of flags coming down as your background. So the possibilities are endless. So that's the fun thing about creating your own background that I think more often than not, we probably don't do as crafters. So have some fun with it.
Yes.
I'll share a couple of the other new products with you very quickly.
Yep, that'd be great.
You have something I prepared my stack earlier. It's running away from me at the moment, but with the 4 seasons, and this is one of the things that I really like. Spring, I left this on top because I don't know about anybody else living in Melbourne, but I'm hanging out for warmth and spring flowers and just warmth, and hopefully not spring. Well, we also need the rain, sort of, but I'm kind of done with cold, wet and miserable. So, spring, you get your paper pack. I won't go through the coordinating cardstocks, but each of them have in here your sticker sheet, the cardstock, the paper that goes with each. And to me, these aren't necessarily springy, this is what makes it the spring. They've got beautiful spring colours. As I said, some nice prettiness there. So that's spring. I don't know who else is hanging out for spring, but even more so hanging out for summer.
Yep.
Don't do winter.
Yep. Just try and keep talking louder. I know it's hard,
Yeah,
Alison.
louder. No, that's okay. I will do my best.
Yes,
I will do
I
my
know.
best. So summer has these beautiful bright colours. Absolutely beautiful. You've got the beautiful blue with the red on the B
Yep.
side. You've got this gorgeous green stripes with, again, another beautiful wood grain. Beautiful dots, great pattern background.
Yeah.
With then the beautiful summer blooms. So that would be summer. Autumn. So here you get those beautiful colours that we see on some of those trees during autumn. Sorry, I realised that I started talking softer again. The sticker sheet, some beautiful oranges, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous background.
Beautiful.
Beautiful stripes and a nice plaid. That checkerboard, and again some more leaves. Coordinating stocks. And then the last one that I have here is winter. Look, I don't mind winter, but I'm kind of done with winter.
It's been a wet one.
It most certainly has. I think it's harder because we haven't had... Well, for the last 2 years, I've been inside for most of winter. So now that we're out and about, it's a bit different. But these papers are beautiful, beautiful greens. And they don't scream winter to me either. This beautiful blue with a really nice background. And then again that plaid with the lovely blooms on the back. So they're the 4 seasons.
Fantastic.
I'm looking forward to, hopefully, as I said, today I actually get some time in my craft room. So I'm hoping to do a little bit of creating today with some of the different bits and pieces. So hopefully over the course...
So have you got a finished page,
watching.
Alison, with the resist papers? Or
I don't at the moment. The only page that I have,
well, we expect you to finish that one this afternoon and then post it into the comments.
I will do my best. I put it somewhere really clever on my... Oh,
That's
wait,
all right. Oh, I'm going to change you
it.
over so we can change your camera back
Yeah.
over if you like. And
Let's do it.
we'll get back to you in a moment. My goodness, those papers were beautiful, weren't they? I can see all the possibilities that we could do with those papers, you know, all the colours that you could use. And Alison's ready for us to come back. There we go. Hi, Alison again. Well done.
Hi. Thank you. I look forward to seeing what you create, Jenny, with some of those papers.
Yes, well, when I get a chance.
That's it.
So tell us about your special again that you're having on your website.
So what it is for everybody that places an order through my web store, and I will pop the link in the comments in a few minutes, is for every $20 that you spend, you go into the draw, and I will draw it next Saturday afternoon to win a packet of the Irresistibles cardstock, some blending brushes, and some ink wells. So the more you order, the more chances you have to win. Yeah, jump on, have a browse, have a look. There are some fantastic specials at the moment as well. So lots there for you to have a look at.
Fantastic. And if people want to get in contact with you, you'll pop your details into the link, and we've got your webpage on our webpage. Your webpage on our webpage.
Yes.
So Yeah, so anything else you'd like to tell us? Do you have any classes coming up or anything? I know
I
you haven't been able to because you're doing your renovations, but yeah.
Yeah, and I can't plan too far in advance. But I do have some workshops next Saturday, so I will pop the event details up as well for everybody. And I was hoping to be able to say it today, but we're not quite there yet. I'm hoping to have some retreat dates for next year confirmed and ready to go. So if you don't already follow my Facebook page, make sure that you're following that if you're interested in joining us for a retreat or two or maybe three next year. So I'm just waiting on some dates for that one. So
Oh, fantastic. Yes, cross fingers.
cross my fingers.
Oh, thank you, Alison, and we'll hope to see you again soon. All right,
Certainly will. Have a
bye.
good day, everybody.
Thank you, Alison. That was fantastic demonstration. And so she's sorry, start again. Alison is a close to my heart maker, and also she has her own little Facebook page called Craftery with Alison. And I just those papers are really beautiful. And thank you to you, our Picture to Page community, for joining us today. Please continue to leave comments in the comment box, and we'll try and get either Alison or one of us to answer those. Plus, don't forget to like and share this video. Um, there are more winter online craft sessions coming up. For all the details, head over to the Picture to Page website from picturetopage.com.au. Sorry, from Picture to Page and beyond.com.au. And while you're there, catch up on the upcoming in-person craft shows and join our mailing list. Thanks for joining us today and have a lovely day. Bye for now.